Computer.
Yep.
Aloha, Reta. How are you?
I'm good. Hugh, how are you?
Well, a couple of months ago, we were chatting. You were giving me your insights on escrows on the islands and what's going on. And because you're with Fidelity National Title, you guys have a broad reach across all the Hawaiian Islands, or, in areas that I probably wouldn't see. And so I've experienced a lot of activity in the month of August with 3 escrows, already 1 closed. Is that representative of what other people are experiencing? Is August in a turnaround?
Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen because the answer is so visual. You are absolutely right. So we do a weekly update, updating agents and clients and what's going on in the market. This is a pendings and sold graph. I think I shared this last time, starting in January of last year all the way to August. You might remember second week in March is when COVID happened. In April of this year, 27% of statewide, all of our escrows canceled. We dropped. But look at how beautiful this U recovery is. If you actually looked at the stock market, they have the same kind of U-shaped recovery, amazingly. And with why real estate and stock markets tied in is because when people feel like they have money, they spend their money. So I want to point this out to you that August was the very first month since March, Hugh, that Maui put in more pendings and we recorded more escrows versus the same month last year. So you are absolutely spot on that truly we are active.
Great.
Or we are way more active.
So leading up to that, so what properties are moving, and is the activity different than it was a year ago? So are houses now more active than, say, land and condominiums? What are we seeing?
And this is what we've seen. I'm going to shift it down to September. This is September, just to let you know. We've already, even though this is a big drop for September, we've already put in 65% of the pendings that we did last September, and we've already recorded 44% of the deals that we did last year. But to answer the question, significant difference. This is March. It has historically always been, Hugh, a 59, 58% recordings are condos, 36% are homes. This is March. In the last 5 months, significant shifts in what's happened, and that is most likely investors and second homeowners aren't able to get their income. So we have seen condos drop 6%, which is again huge in 5 months, and we have seen an uptick in homes. So what is selling are homes. And if I can just point this out, I just had a meeting. I just want to shift this a little bit. This is a real indicator. This is for the first 14 days of the month. What I want to point out to you is this ratio of homes to condos. What has gone pending? It is now almost 50-50 for September.
Yeah.
So the sold, what's happening here, Hugh? Homes recorded for this first 14 days, 55 to 41. So your question of what's happened, the condo market has taken a little bit of a shift, and we're seeing a lot more condos come on the market. So look at this active, look at the ratio, or look at the difference between homes and condos. So that kind of tells me, with so many more condos coming on the market, so many less pending and sold for condos, what's going to happen to the condo prices?
Yeah. Especially until we can turn around the tourism economy so people can actually recover something. And that's going to take some years to build that back up. But I do talk to people, they're sitting out there wanting to get back here. I do hear that from our rental agencies. So the last question I have is, so who is the buyer, and what do you think is driving their motivation? Can you interpret what this recent increase in housing is? Is it just local, or is it new people coming into Maui?
A lot of local, but we have seen, and this is just Fidelity side here on Maui, so many investors who have moved here. I know for West Side, and this is something interesting for you, I've heard of several families who moved from Silicon Valley to West Maui and enrolled their kids to Maui Prep. There's a lot of people on West Side and South Maui and Haiku area literally coming. They want more land, and we see it nationally. We see it in San Francisco, we're seeing it in San Diego. People are leaving the cities and getting out to the other areas, and it just causes me to think about what's going to happen, because the commercial market with rents the trickle down effect
Yeah.
in that.
And the one thing that's been discovered is that people can work from home through COVID. I mean, that's the,
Absolutely.
and I hear people say, I don't want to go back to my office.
And you know what? For sales at Fidelity, I'm still working out of home, even though our offices are open, but not open to the public.
Right.
And when you see Facebook and Google and all these big corporations who are saying, hey guys, you can work out of home, that sends a big message of what lies ahead in the future.
Well, listen, I know you and I could probably chat another 20 minutes without even a problem. And
Not a
because there's
problem.
so much, so appreciate your insights. Anyone watching the video, we do have a lot more information to share. Rita and I are both always available to chat to people and understand more about the market, but it is picking up. There's something that's a tick going on here, and we do expect the tourism side to recover, but it's going to take some time because it's just, you know, there's just so many pieces from airlines and testing and stuff that we've got to get through, but people still love Maui. And so those that can do it are moving here permanently. And one of my sales is exactly that. A family came here, stayed here, and just said, why go home, and sold their house in California and put their kid in school and said, we're staying.
Maui no ko'oi, Hugh. Maui no ko'oi.
All right. Listen, once again, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Always good. Stay safe and all the best.
Thank you.